Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another video here at Barely Gaming. I'm Sam and I'm going to be playing a long awaited game. I've been waiting for this game to come out for so long. I am so excited right now to finally be able to play it. It's called The Forgotten City. Now, I'm not going to spend too much time jib-jabbing here over it, but if you guys are familiar with the mod in Skyrim, this is kind of based on that. There was a Skyrim mod called The Forgotten City, which was another area in Skyrim where you found a hidden city. So I'm not going to spoil it. So let's just go ahead and dive into this and see what this game's got for us. Here we go.
Hey, you're alive. When I dragged you out of the river, I thought you were never gonna wake up. I checked your pockets for ID, a phone, maybe. I hope you don't mind. But all I found was some loose change. So, wanna tell me who you are?
I have no idea. Select my body type. I don't really know. Is there only two kinds? I guess I'll just be this dude. Enter your name. I'll use my name. I'm Sam.
Well, it's nice to meet you. And I'm sorry to pry, but any idea why you were floating down the river? What's the last thing you remember?
Let's see. So we can choose who we want to be here. So we could be an archaeologist. Years of studying history give you occasional insights into an ancient world. You have a military-issued firearm, but only 10 bullets. You have to use them judiciously, since there's no way to get more. Your time on the run from authorities has made you quick on your feet, and you're 25% faster when sprinting. Your recent head trauma has increased your pain threshold, making you 50% harder to take down. I'm gonna go with archaeologist. I'm an archaeologist, and I was searching for ancient ruins.
Oh, you're an archaeologist? Then you'll definitely want to hear this. I don't know if it's exactly what you're looking for, but there are some ruins just behind you. Roman, I think. I need you to go in there and see if you can find a guy named Al for me. He went in there a few hours ago, and he hasn't come out. I've been freaking out, wondering if he's trapped or injured or worse. I would have gone in after him, but he made me promise to stay here, no matter what. There's no way I'm leaving without him. So I'm just kind of stuck here, waiting. What I mean is, I was hoping you wouldn't mind going in there to find him. If you can do that,
Not at all.
I can get both of you back to civilization in my boat. Please?
Sure. Would you mind if I ask you some questions first?
Oh, of course. Sorry, I don't mean to be pushy. What do you want to know?
I tell you what. What's your story?
Oh, there's not much to tell. Feels like I've spent my whole life in a dead-end job with an endless commute. Know what I mean?
I do know. I know that for sure. You're not even going to tell me your name, though?
Oh, I'd rather not say if it's all the same to you.
Oh. I'd really like to know your name, especially if I'm going to help you here.
All right, fine. Sorry if I sounded cagey, it's just that I don't always get the best reactions when I introduce myself. My name's Karen.
Okay. Well, thank you for saving my life, Karen.
You're welcome. Always happy to help. Was there anything else you wanted to ask?
Who's Al?
He's the guy who washed up on the riverbank not long before you did. I thought maybe you two knew each other. I guess not. But maybe the two of you can piece together what you're doing here. In any case, you'll like him, I'm sure. Once you find him, that is.
Okay. So where are we at right now?
You really don't remember? We're in Italy. This river is the Tiber.
Okay. So what can you tell me about these ruins behind me?
Not much, really. But imagine what you might find in there. Priceless ancient artifacts. Al.
Always Al. Have you tried calling for help?
What am I, an idiot? You could hike a long, long way in any direction and never find another soul. Trust me.
Alright, well, Karen, that's all the questions I have for you.
Great. So you're ready to go look for Al?
Well, I'm going in for the priceless artifacts, but I'll keep an eye out for him.
My hero. The entrance is just past those columns behind you. Oh, and he left this here. But I think you'll need it more than I will.
What's that? Oh, flashlight. Okay. Thank you. All right, Karen. Anything else to say?
Back already? What's up?
I was hoping to ask you some more questions.
Oh, of course. What did you want to know?
Never mind. Nothing. All
Thanks
right.
again.
I'll be going now.
And please, hurry.
Yeah. I had to figure out how to get through that. Ooh, what you got? Chicken. Can I take the chicken? No. Sleeping bag. I was asleep on this not long ago. It smells of campfire, smoke, and sweat. An old wooden rowboat. Karen must have used it to rescue me from the river. Okay, so I can jump.
The ruins are just beyond those
Sprint.
columns. Please, hurry.
Press. Cool. Alright guys, well, here we are at the ruins. Yes. Shift to sprint. I'm seriously excited to play this. I've been waiting for this for so long. I've been waiting for it to finally come out on Steam. Came out not too long ago. Bought it. Here I am. Kind of has a little bit of a Skyrim atmosphere to it, you know? Use to lower your flashlight. Backpack. Backpack full of worn hiking clothes and empty food packets. Nothing valuable here, but still it seems strange that Al left it behind. Yeah, it does.
If you're reading this, it means I've discovered the entrance to an ancient Roman city hidden deep underground. Its existence is long forgotten, all knowledge of it lost, except in the Latin inscription here. It reads, "You who wish to enter the city, step forth and be judged, the virtuous shall be rewarded with eternal life in paradise. The wicked shall find themselves showered in gold, but in vain, for this shall be their final resting place. Could an underground city have remained a secret for all this time? Could people have survived down there, against the odds? It seems there's only one way to find out. If I'm not back in an hour, I'm somewhere on the other side. Consider this an invitation, or a warning. Al Worth.
Alright, well, we know what's about to happen. Oh boy. Alright. Okay, well, probably not getting out of here anytime soon. Oh, this is so cool. Find the entrance to the secret city. Oh, this is so cool. Archaeologist insight and speculative plaque. The many shall suffer for the sins of the one. Cell phone. Broken cell phone. Probably belonged to Al. It's of no use down here. Nothing else laying around. Nothing else outlaid here. Oh, graffiti. Translate. Always remember, they're watching. This is so cool. Oh, I forgot I had my flashlight. Oh. An ancient Roman mosaic depicting a godlike figure turning a man into gold. The many shall suffer for the sins of the one. Pro Picada. And I'm not even gonna try to pronounce that, guys. I'm just like so excited right now to be playing this. Like, I'm just trying to take this all in, you know. A Roman gladiator, mid-stride. What could have made a gladiator flee? Wow, okay. I love the detail right now in this game. This is just absolutely amazing. Absolutely amazing. Wow. F5 to quick save and F9 to quick load. Okay, we'll have to remember that. Wow. A Roman military commander attempting to scramble away from something. So if you guys have played the Skyrim mod to this, then you kind of have a general idea of what's happening, but I'm not going to say anything because I don't want to spoil it for those who haven't played it. I would rather you be intrigued and immersed into this than me spoil it for you. But you guys do know that have played this before, and I do too. But I'm still in awe right now of how amazing this looks. Like, this is just wow. A Roman legionary in a state of terror. So there was crazy. Wow. Can I go up in here? So it's not really letting me go too far out. Wow. Definitely can't jump off. This is definitely giving me some sense of the Skyrim atmosphere, you know? The underground world of Skyrim. I'm trying to find Al. A Roman woman who appears to be praying for help that never came. She just knock? Are they trapped inside? Like, are they still alive, but they're just trapped inside? Follow Al's trail. Hanging golden statue. Read the stone tablet. Okay, well. A golden statue of an old man wearing modern clothing. This must be Al, but how is that possible? Oh, oh. Don't step in the fire, Sam. That's not smart.
To whoever reads this, I'm sorry you had to find me like this. And worse, that you'll suffer the same fate I did. I've spent a lifetime in this place, going around and around in circles, searching for a way out. The inscription was right. There is no way back. And here there are only two options: death, or that godforsaken doorway into the past. I made the mistake of stepping through it. I wanted to set things right. And I tried. I really tried. Whatever I did, it took me right back to the beginning. Don't make the same mistake. Better to end it all now and find out what awaits you beyond that portal.
Okay. A young Roman woman. Gosh, in a state of panic. My words are like so mixed up right now. Okay, so we have to go up to this doorway. Ooh. Porter. What's this? A Roman man on his knees, as if begging his gods for mercy. Alright, well, this is a portal. All right. Well. A Roman relief depicting a great circular portal and two women. I wonder who they could be. And this is the city before its destruction that we just walked through. So we have entered into a time portal to take us back to the point before the city's destruction.
Salve, friend. I'm Galerius. Mind telling me who you are and what you were doing in the Shrine of Proserpina?
I'm Sam, and I've just come from the future. Wait, are you speaking English?
What? I'm speaking Latin. You are too, although your accent's a little strange. Oh, I see what you did there. Changing the subject like that. Nice try. But I'll ask again. Who are you, and what were you doing in the shrine?
I'm Sam, and I've just come from the future.
No idea what you're talking about. Oh, wait. Are you a bit, not right in the head? That's all right, friend. Everyone's welcome here.
Yeah, I think that's probably what it is. But seriously, what's today's date?
We sort of lose track of the date down here, but it feels like the beginning of spring to me, so I'd say early March?
What year?
It's 817 AUC. Sorry, you look confused. 817 years since the founding of Rome. Which part of the empire are you from, exactly?
That doesn't help me. Is this before or after Christ?
Hey, not so loud. Just saying that name could land you in trouble here. If you haven't heard, his cultists burned down half of Rome last year. Horrible business. I heard Nero executed some of them, but a lot of people are still angry with them, even down here. So, if you're one of them, keep it to yourself. But listen, most folks seem a bit confused when they get here, but you seem very lost, and in more ways than one. So, let me make this nice and simple for you. Live by our law here, and we'll all get along just fine.
Your laws?
Not laws, law. There's just one, the golden rule, and the punishment for breaking it's, well, It's kind of horrific. But our magistrate insists we take all newcomers to see him, so I guess I'll let him fill you in. So then, you coming?
All right, lead the way.
Follow me. When I first arrived, I couldn't believe there were people living down here. But, as you can see, we've got a nice little community now. Only 23 of us at the moment, if you count the 3 who are missing. No idea how, since nobody knows a way out. But it's just big and dark enough to get lost in, if you're not careful.
Aren't you going to introduce me to your handsome new friend, Galerius?
Keep it in your loincloth, Aurelia. I'm taking him to see the magistrate.
That pompous old bore won't be magistrate for much longer. Anyone who helps vote him out today drinks at my bar for free tonight.
Politics. I'd stay clear of it and her if I were you. She's... it's not my place to say. Down on your right is our farm, where I grow all the food you'll ever want. As long as all you want is leek, cabbage, and wheat. Huh. That one usually gets a chuckle.
The bloodless shadows wander without flesh or bone.
Don't mind Livia. She means well. She's just been in a bad place since... Well, you know, I don't know what happened to her. Up here on your right is the chasm. If you've got a weapon, it belongs way down at the bottom. Up on your left is the Forum, where you can visit the market or get yourself patched up in Lucretia's clinic in the Shrine of Apollo. Most of us have almost nothing, just what we had on us when we arrived, and what we've been able to make and scrounge up since. And this central plateau is where the magistrate and the other patricians live, so don't expect a warm welcome.
Galerius, you're meant to be working the farm, not trudging dirt into the villas.
Take it easy, Horatius. I was just taking our new friend here to see the magistrate.
Well, he's asked me to escort the newcomer personally. The farm. Go. Now.
You'd better go with him. But just remember, they're not like you and me. Don't let them use you.
What was that? What did you just say?
I said it'll take some getting used to.
Yeah, I'm watching you, farm boy. Greetings, citizen. My name's Horatius. Magistrate Sentius asked me to escort you to him personally. Follow me, please.
What's this about?
I expect the magistrate wants to brief you about the Golden Rule. It shouldn't take too long. He's busy preparing for the election later today.
All right, lead the way.
Follow me. The only thing you really need to understand right now is the Golden Rule. Let me see if I can explain it this way. When I was serving in the Legion, if there was a mutiny brewing in one cohort, the legate in charge wouldn't waste time finding the bad apples among hundreds. They just divided us into groups of 10, made us draw straws, and whoever drew the short straw had to be executed by the other 9. Didn't matter whether he'd done anything wrong. One of us in 10 would die for the crimes of the collective. We call it decimation. If that seems like rough justice to you, you're in for a rude shock. Because the Golden Rule is exactly 10 times worse. The magistrate can explain the rest. Who's up these stairs? What now?
So what's your story?
I'm a legionary of the 1st Italica, but there's not a lot of fighting down here. So the magistrate has assigned me other duties. I act as the magistrate's right-hand man, keeping an eye on his daughters. Daughter, I should say. And the others, and making sure they're all behaving. I also keep a register of new arrivals.
So how'd you end up here?
I'm from Liguria, up north originally. I was doing all right for myself. 12 years into my service. Had a nice girl lined up for when it was all over. Not anymore. She's probably figured I'm long gone and moved on by now. I try not to think about it. My commander sent me to deliver a message to Rome. While I was there, I thought I'd do something nice for my girl and pick up a little pendant from a silversmith. That's when the crowd started flooding through the streets, shouting fire. People were screaming, trampling each other. Then some Genetricum fugitive tried to take advantage of the chaos and pinch my pendant. I remember chasing him through the crowds, down towards the river. And then, nothing. Blacked out and woke up near here. No idea how I ended up floating so far downriver. But I'm fortunate to be alive, I suppose.
Sorry to hear that.
Ah, don't be. As Seneca the Younger said, difficulty strengthens the mind, as labor does the body. That said, Sentilla's disappearance has been more difficult than I'd care to admit.
What can you tell me about the Magistrate?
He's one of the better commanders I've ever had, that's for sure. Good stoic. Lives by Seneca's words. Treat your inferior as you would wish your superior to treat you. Can't ask for much more than that.
Do you know a way out of here?
I went around asking the same questions when I first arrived. Never did find a way out. But I learned how to accept my situation. To bear trials with a calm mind robs misfortune of its strength and burden. That's from Seneca the Younger, if you're interested.
Can I see the citizen register?
I don't see why not. Just make sure I get it back by tomorrow.
No, thank you. Let's see. This is a register of each person in the city in alphabetical order. So I wonder if Al's on here. Let's see. So I don't see Al on here. Because he would be at the very beginning. Thanks.
Of course.
What do you think about the golden rule?
Well, as I always say, it's kind of like a divine version of the practice of decimation in the Legion. By threatening to execute 1 in 10 men, the idea is to ensure order and discipline among everyone. And it works. If you knew you could be executed because your brother-in-arms is planning a mutiny, well, you'd bloody well watch him like hundred-eyed Argus, wouldn't you? Because your only chance of saving yourself is to stop bad things before they happen. Makes us all responsible for keeping each other in check. It's brutal, of course, but effective. The Legion wouldn't be the most formidable force in the world without it.
Where I'm from, that would be considered collective punishment, which is a war crime.
A war crime? Isn't that a contradiction in terms? As Cicero said, in times of war the law falls silent.
Our worlds are very different.
Seems that way. War crimes. Ridiculous.
Are you saying you're in favor of it?
What's done is done. I was forced to execute my brothers in arms, and those memories will always visit me in my sleep. But life is harsh, and I've come to accept my lot. As with the Golden Rule, I don't have any control over it. So railing against it would be like trying to stop the seasons or the tides. As Seneca the Younger wrote, true happiness is to enjoy the present without anxious dependence upon the future. Not to amuse ourselves with either hopes or fears, but to rest satisfied with what we have, which is sufficient. For he that is so wants nothing.
Let's talk about something else.
If you like.
So, who are you going to vote for in this election?
Not that it's any of your business, but my loyalty is and always will be with Sentius. Unfortunately, I don't think my vote is going to make any difference today. See, Domitius has been going around town, shoring up votes for Malleolus with lies, bribery, and intimidation. The man's a savage, but he's a gladiator, so people fear and respect him more than they should. Sentius knows about it, of course, but he doesn't have the same rat cunning as Malleolus. This place will be different with that sleaze at the helm. But I try not to worry about things I can't change.
Can I help?
I appreciate the thought. But you're new here, and I just can't see how you could make an impact in the time between now and the election this afternoon. In any case, if you're interested in the election, go and have a chat with Equitia, the Vestal Priestess. She'll be overseeing proceedings.
Okay. Well, I'll be going for now. I'm gonna go talk to the magistrate.
All right?
This is upstairs. There he is.
We're finally alone. I assume you already know who I am. May I know your name?
I'm Sam.
A curious name to match a curious accent. But I digress. I see you have the piercing and astute eyes of a man of great learning. We're always happy to welcome another scholar to our little community. Equitia will be delighted to meet you, I'm sure. Now, you're probably wondering why I summoned you, and I'll get to that. But first, take a look at this wondrous place, would you? A secret city built deep in the mountains, many hundreds of years ago.
It's beautiful.
Indeed. More importantly, consider the miraculous community we've built here over the last 7 months. 22 complete strangers brought together by the fates, living and working together in our own little paradise. And in all that time, not a single sin has been committed. No fights, no theft, nothing. Have you ever witnessed something so extraordinary as a city without sin?
I can't say that I have.
Nor could I until I came here. But the reason for this miracle is as simple as it is terrifying. If even one person commits a sin here, every last one of us will die. You see, the builders of this place, whoever they were, left inscriptions warning, "The many shall suffer for the sins of the one." From what we can gather, breaking the law here will anger the gods and provoke a terrible punishment. Like the curses of Medusa and Midas combined, turning us all to gold. We've come to call it the Golden Rule. It's extraordinary that we've survived as long as we have, and each day I grow more and more afraid that our time in the sun is almost up. And now it seems that day is finally here. All that matters is that somebody in this city is about to break the Golden Rule. Why else would Proserpina send you now? Unless you and I can stop them, our doom is assured. I know that's a lot to take in, and you look like you have questions. Please, ask away.
Oh yeah, I got a lot of questions. So, what counts as a sin here?
An intelligent question. There was a good deal of debate about that in our first weeks here. Does it refer to crimes or to some other ill-defined wrong? Of course, everyone agrees on the basics. No theft, no assault, and certainly no murder. But beyond that, it was more difficult to reach a consensus. What about lying, insulting someone, blasphemy, trespass, trying to escape, bribery, infidelity, suicide? As magistrate, I had to exercise leadership, and so I made a decision. We must uphold the laws of the Empire to a standard never before seen. And we must honor the peace of the gods, the sacred accord between the gods and the people of Rome. It is only by offering the gods the proper respect that we may prosper, as Rome has for centuries.
I'm not sure if that's a good idea. What is legal isn't always moral, and many of your laws and customs are considered barbaric where I'm from.
Barbaric? Barbaric? What are you talking about? The Empire is the most civilizing force in the known world. Rome is a beacon of light in the darkness. For 800 years she has borne great statesmen, philosophers, poets, artists, and engineers. We have comprehensive laws protecting the rights of our citizens, which have unified countless warring tribes all across the Mediterranean and beyond, from Gallia to Judea. All our citizens are treated the same, regardless of the color of their skin or their sexual preference. Can you say the same? When our people are starving, they are given food rations, and when they are wronged, they have the right to bring the guilty party before the magistrate. Our laws forbid treason, murder, assault, and rape, as well as theft and arson, and so on. No other civilization in the world is so advanced, and you have the hubris to call us barbaric?
Don't your laws allow slave ownership?
Of course. What else would we do with those prisoners of war who would otherwise have been executed? And besides, there are laws for their protection as well.
Don't your people watch blood sports for entertainment?
On occasion. But our gladiators are almost all volunteers seeking glory, or condemned prisoners who would have been executed anyway. I do not see the harm.
Don't women have fewer rights than men?
Of course, but with fewer rights come fewer responsibilities, and the right to be protected by their fathers and husbands.
Don't you persecute Christians?
You mean the blasphemous cult responsible for burning down half of Rome last year? It's hard to blame the people for being angry about that.
Don't you practice collective punishment?
Are you talking about our practice of decimation? Of course. We could hardly unite all these warring tribes without a disciplined, formidable legion.
Where I'm from, we consider those things to be abhorrent.
Well, right now, you're a long, long way from home.
Obviously.
I have made my pronouncement on the subject. Unfortunately, there are still those here who resist, whispering blasphemous and treasonous lies in the shadows. I would be keeping a close eye on them if I were you.
So, what did you mean when you said Proserpina sent me?
You see, in my search for a way to save my people, I learned of an ancient ritual to Proserpina, the goddess of the cycle of life.
Proserpina.
It's said to open
My
a
bad.
doorway in time, so that if the unthinkable happens, one person can pass through it and travel back to the past. And when I saw you arrive in a flash of light from the goddess's shrine, I knew that person was you. You don't belong in our time, do you?
I didn't realize this game was going to make you make so many decisions. I'm going to be honest with them. You're right. I'm from 2,000 years in the future.
2,000 years? That is unfathomable. Please, tell me, in your time, what did you see? What had become of us, of this city?
You'd all been turned into golden statues.
I have imagined it, our downfall, 1,000 times. But it still breaks my heart to hear the truth of it.
I'm going to be honest. That's what I've seen. So, how does that ritual work?
All I can tell you is that it's a ritual sacrifice to Proserpina. I stumbled across instructions. I have to recite a prayer, and of course, as with all rituals, some sacrifice is involved. Usually that means wine or food, or in some cases a live animal. In this case, the sacrifice is rather more costly. The life of the person performing the ritual. I don't suppose you saw any sign of me in the future?
I did see human remains in the temple.
I assume that was me. If I'm forced to perform the ritual, it's going to cost me everything. You'll try to make sure I don't need to use it, won't you?
Honestly, I can't promise anything right now.
Well, thank you for your candor, I suppose.
So, why can't you investigate?
Well, I believe you're in the best position to go around asking people questions. You're new here, and it'll seem perfectly normal. As for me, well, it pains me to say my attempts to impose order have not earned me many friends. I fear I may not even remain magistrate after today's election. The people here would only treat my curiosity with suspicion. You shouldn't have that problem, though, unless, of course, you get off on the wrong foot.
Fair enough. Do you have any suspects?
Do you ever stare at a problem for so long that you can't see it for what it is anymore? What's needed here is a fresh pair of eyes. The less I prejudice the independence of your investigation, the better.
I hate to ask him that one. How do I know you're not the person responsible?
Me? Why would you suspect me? I've just told you. I'm about to sacrifice my own life to ensure these people have a second chance. What reason could you possibly have to suspect me, of all people?
Well, you got a fair point there.
I'm glad you think so. Without trust, without each other, we won't be able to prevent what is about to happen.
Come on, how about you just tell me what you really think?
Well, all right. There are those who wish to vote me out of office so that they can pursue their own misguided political agenda. Frankly, their selfishness and recklessness risk destabilizing the entire city. I would be looking very carefully at them if I were you.
If I help you do this, will you help me get back to my own time where I belong?
If I understand Prosepina's ritual correctly, that problem should take care of itself. Let me see if I can explain. If you manage to prevent the sin that breaks the Golden Rule, I won't need to bring you here. I won't create the portal, and you will never have been able to come here. Thus, you'll have created a paradox. If this occurs, you should be flung back to your own time, having changed the past for all of us. Make sense?
Yeah. I think so. Well, that's all the questions I have for you. So I'll go around and start asking questions, see what I can find out. And I would like to get the other side of the story to this as well, from the person that's running against you.
Ah, good. So, are you with me? Can I count on you to figure out who's about to break the Golden Rule?
It doesn't seem like I have much of a choice, but I'm not going to say that. But I'm in.
Wonderful. Now, I need you to investigate the city, talk to everyone, help them if it'll win their trust. I authorize you to enter private homes and inspect possessions and documents, unless, of course, you're asked to leave. Figure out who the culprit is, and as soon as you have a name, come back and tell me immediately.
Alrighty. I'm going to go get started on this.
Oh, and one last thing. If I were you, I'd start my investigation by visiting Lucretia at the Shrine of Apollo in the Forum. I heard wailing from there not long ago. Seems like something's not right.
I'll see what I can do. Alright guys, well, that's gonna do it for chapter 1 of The Forgotten City. I'm really liking this so far. Like, I'm really getting into this long awaited game that's been in my Steam wish list, just waiting for it to come out. I'm just so happy to finally be able to play it. So I hope you guys enjoyed that. It's a lot of conversation in that first part. I get it. It was a little bit more conversation than I expected. But it's good to see where we're going with it. I'm looking forward to seeing what's going to happen next. We got done talking to the Magistrate. Looks like we're going to be playing detective here, talking to suspects, and I'm keeping my eye on him too. I like to hear both sides of the story. So let's just see what the story has for us next time in chapter 2 of this. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. Let me know what you think of it so far. Again, this is also based off a Skyrim mod. If you guys, I know a lot of us have played Skyrim. There's a mod out called The Forgotten City. Check it out. It's pretty awesome as well. So this is why I was so excited, because I love that mod. It's one of the most memorable quests that I've actually played in Skyrim. So this, I'm really intrigued by this so far. But I hope you guys like this. Let me know what you thought again, and thank you guys so much for watching. Like and subscribe. I got a lot more videos coming for you. A lot more of this game coming your way. So until next time, guys, thanks for watching, and take care.